This is what 4 months of lockdown looks like. So for the folks, yeah, anyway. Let me see if I can remember the questions. So there's a thing going around the UK, pretty well just the English YouTube wargaming community called I'm a Wargamer. And you're supposed to nominate people and you're supposed to do all this thing, which is wonderful for a very insular little group of UK gamers, English gamers, really. There's a few, there's an Irishman and two in there, but they're pretty tightly knit group of folks. So I thought rather than doing that, I would just record a Monty's version of this with the view that no one's going to nominate me and I'm not going to nominate anyone. So we're completely blasting that whole conspiracy aside. Let's talk about wargaming, why one is a wargamer. So I record a podcast called My Rules Are Better, and I've talked on another fellow's podcast called Loco Ludus about why I'm a wargamer. For me, it's an aesthetic. It's an aesthetic that from a very young child I enjoyed. I enjoyed the aesthetic of toy soldiers. And I think it predates toy soldiers. I think as I travelled around Thailand, you go into Buddhist temples and they'd give you little Buddhas, little bronze Buddhas. And my view is that there's religious iconography, there's a wide variety of different things that go into wargaming, but that is, it's the aesthetic. It's the aesthetic of wargaming. Playing it, secondary, but really the aesthetic is what does it for me. The miniatures, the painted miniatures, the different styles of painted miniatures, that sort of thing. Where would I want this channel in 5 years? This channel's been around for about 10 years, maybe 9-10 years, and the subscriptions have just been completely flat. So I'd like 200 more subscribers by 5 years' time. Let's see if I can do that. Difficult problem to set. My claim to fame, I've had a couple of claim to fames on the internet, but my first claim to fame was that I released the first video of Warhammer Visions. Games Workshop accidentally sent me Warhammer Visions, 5 odd years ago, and maybe 6-7 odd years ago now, and I was the first to film it. So I immediately got 20,000 views like that. 3 days. I'd gone viral, finally. And no one subscribed to the channel. So, that was wonderful. For all of 2 days. And I don't know, it could be an accent thing. I've already talked a little bit about the kind of insular nature of wargaming on YouTube. Like there's an American faction and there's an English faction. And then there's some strange group. It's interesting, the Bardic Broadcast, he's an Australian as well. He gets away. Maybe I need to do more to camera, waving my arms and things like that. Maybe that's what needs to happen. Anyway. So, I'd like 200 more subscribers. I'm not sure. I think that's doubling what I have currently, or something like that. And what advice would I give you? Well, ideally have a British accent or an American accent, or be an Australian that likes waving your hands in front of the camera. Because aside from that, you're screwed if you want people to watch your stuff on YouTube. And, I do unboxings, I do a wide variety of things, and none of that stuff gets viewers. So my view is, if you're of the right ethnic groups, you do the right kinds of videos, then you'll do just fine. Other than that, you're screwed. So just make videos for yourself, which is what I do. I just make videos talking to myself and the half a dozen people that follow my stuff on a periodic basis. So anyway, that's my I'm a Wargamer 2020. I might do I'm a Wargamer 2021 when we're all out of lockdown. But yeah, look, I'm representing the Orcs Nest. So yeah, I do get to England, or I used to at least get to England. I do get to the motherland occasionally. And yeah, last year I met Steve Jackson and Ian Livingstone. I should really do more stuff to camera. That's really what I should be doing. Anyway, so yeah, I got no one to nominate. No one to nominate me, and I've got no one to nominate. So anyway, I thought I'd put the video out anyway. And if you like what you see, subscribe. You could be one of the 200 in the next 5 years that I want to get. So please consider doing that. And look back to the back catalogue, because there's a lot of curious eclectic stuff and lots of unboxings and painted miniatures and just general discussion. So apparently my unboxings are enjoyed by the 9 or 10 subscribers that really seem to like it. So maybe you'll like that stuff too. Anyway, so yeah, I'm a Wargamer, signing out.